Hello, multimedia. Coming to you live. Oh, no, no, I'm not coming to you live. Anywho's, this week we have three assignments. You are going to be opening up exercise 2, and you're going to be adding this moon and this little gazebo here and some text. You're going to be working on a new document, drawing this pencil, and then you are going to create this also. There's only actually a few things that are new that come with it. So first of all, you can see here I drew a rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that. So I'm going to do the Control C, V, 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 and they're all stacked on top of each other. So I'm just going to move them around here. Okay. And then I'm going to select all of them. So one of the things I want to show you this week is aligning and distributing. And so you can see over here in my inspector, they call it, up along the top edge, we have our aligning and distributing. So I'm going to just kind of click around here and show you a couple of them. So for example, let's say I want to align them to the bottom. You can see there that they all move. I can align them center. You can see that they all get stacked on top of each other. I can distribute them evenly also. So distributing them evenly is basically saying that I'm going to put an equal amount of space in between each one of them. Now, whenever I distribute them, it goes based on the width that I have here. So if this is going to actually be too far and I need to make them a little closer, I need to do my own little moving them in closer, and then I can select all of them and I will align, and then I'm going to distribute evenly. And you see there, whenever I distribute them evenly, I now have an equal amount of space in between each one of them. One of the things that you might have to do whenever you're doing your assignments is to group objects together. So now that I've got these perfectly aligned, I might want to keep them all as one. So right now they're still 4 separate items. I want to group them all together, so I select them all, and then I choose group items, and now they are one. Now the nice thing about grouping is that you can ungroup them in case you needed to edit or manipulate something after the fact. So that's using your alignment tools over here on the right hand side, your distribution tools, using a little bit of grouping there. The next thing that I want to talk about is adding text. Text is very simple, so I just use my text tool. I can draw a text box or I can just click. So let's say I draw a text box. And I am going to type my name. And I can adjust over here my appearance. So the generic for this program is Open Sans. I do actually really like the options of their fonts. They give you lots of different cool things. So you can see here I'm going to choose Over the Rainbow, and I can increase my font size. And you can see here that because I drew my text box, it did not automatically adjust for the size. So this would mean that I would need to go ahead and change this so that it would fit all of my text. Okay. Had I just done a one click and let the text box grow on its own, it would have fit whatever size I had actually put in there. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is using the knife tool. So I have this circle here and I want to cut it in half so that way I can have some half circles for the top of your gazebo and for your moon. So I'm going to make this as close to the assignment as possible here. But I'm going to choose my knife tool. And then one of the things that you can do with this, it actually does draw really straight lines, but if you hold down shift while you're doing it, it will make a nice straight line going across. Okay, you'll see that it does give you a little line there, but like if I go to click on it, it's still all one. So I got to click off of it, and then I can click on it, and you'll see that you have two separate objects now. Okay. And so you'll have to rotate this guy. And so you can rotate it just using your little handles there on the side. I can also right click on it and I can choose to transform, rotate, rotate, flip, flip. You can see those options there. The one thing that we're going to be doing with one of your shapes, and let's do it with this one since it's already vertical, is we're going to be turning it into a moon. And so we're going to get our sub-select tool, and then you're going to add an anchor point. So you'll take your mouse and you'll click on this flat edge and you'll click and you'll see that you will be able to add an anchor point. You can ignore that dialog box, that was nothing. And then with that, I can use my sub-select tool to drag it in. Okay. Now, right now, this is not looking very moon-like. This is more Pac-Man-ish looking. But if I select that anchor point, and you can see I have it selected because it's blue compared to these other ones being white, in my appearance part, I can round that. And now I have a moon. Okay, so using the knife tool, I just cut it. Remember that you'll have to click off of it and then click back on it to separate the two objects. I added an anchor point using my sub-select tool. And then using the same sub-select tool, I moved it in and then I rounded the anchor point over in my appearance. I believe that that is going to be all your new items for all 3 exercises. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. I was creating these assignment sheets very quickly, so I apologize if you find errors on my part, but if you do, I will make sure that I am changing it and letting you guys know. Have a good week.